Alright, so I just finished watching the last two episodes on All the Queen's Men. The last two that's on BET. Now, if you haven't saw it, I don't know if it's gonna be spoilers up and through here or not, but it came out last week. You should have watched it already. All right, so it is what it is. Now, I have some questions and I have some thoughts. First of all, let's start with Mr. New Orleans, Big D. Mr. New Orleans tricked the heck out of me, okay? I was ready to get on the phone and talk to my sister about how I just knew he was down with the bull crap, down with the cause. Because he came in there, the moment he kicked old boy that they had hostage, I was like, yeah, he about this life. And then he ended up being about that life until the end of episode 6. It was a major twist and shock. And when he opened the trunk, and I realized what was going on. I thought it was going to end a different way, like he was going to handle, complete the job. But then I realized that what I thought it was, that wasn't what that was. So now my question is Baby D a plant? Because there's other people that's in the club that's supposed to be undercover people. So I'm wondering, is Baby D a cop? And the reason why I say that is because he was like, you're going to blow our covers. He didn't say you're going to blow your cover and expose me, but he said, you're going to blow my cover. And I'm also glad that how it ended with Dime, it didn't end the way that I thought it would end. And I don't think that's actually going to happen because Amp shows up. Now let's back up just a little bit. So Amp was at home talking to Fegro when Fago, however you say his name, him. He left and Amp looked at his phone. Now I'm assuming he got a text message. Now the question is, who texted him and what did they text him? Off rip, I felt like it was Mr. New Orleans. Maybe it was him texting him a picture of Dime being in his car or the location. I don't know. But anyways, M ended up at the hotel at the end of episode 6. Now, M also caught him talking to somebody, but he don't know who he was talking to. And he asked him, bruh, who you was talking to? Right? Another thing is Mr. New Orleans is from the street. So I don't know how this is going to play out with M and Mr. New Orleans. Another thing. Now, Dime ended up with Mr. New Orleans because somebody flattened Dime's tires. Now, Dime automatically assumed that it was Amp because Amp been on his junk. But I feel like it wasn't Amp simply because the way that he approached her in episode 6, he was on a different energy. He wasn't with all the rah 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 that he was with before in previous episodes. So I don't think he on that type of time. I don't think he would be on that type of time. Anyway, I would think that, if he was on that type of time, he would have already did that like earlier on in the episodes. Dime automatically just assumed it was him. And I'm like, girl, that's what got y'all in that situation that y'all in right now because you assumed before you asked him. Talk to that man and see if he did that before you just assume and start accusing him. So I hope she don't say, I hope that she do, but I hope she asks him instead of accusing him when she addresses it, so that she would know that it wasn't him. I feel like it wasn't him. I feel like it was Mr. New Orleans, so that he can manipulate her going with him, because he trying to get Kitty still. The little boy that went over there with Sandy and her husband and got chained up and they was doing too much to him and stuff like that, he's talking about he's going to get them back. And I'm trying to figure out how he's going to get them back because he's been weak the whole doggone season. And since he's been on the show, he's been pretty weak. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's going to do to them because he's talking about payback and he wants to get Babyface as well. So I just want to know, I just want to see how that's going to pan out. Y'all let me know what y'all think is about to go down, what's going on right now. If y'all think that New Orleans is a police, are y'all just as shocked as me when he opened that trunk? And who do y'all think flattened Dime's car?